What's up, you guys? So this video is a tribute to Elon Musk. Thank you, Saint Elon of the Twitter religion, the Church of Twitter, for freeing the twits. And it's a great time in history because I remember when like half of my friends were banned from Twitter or like locked from their accounts forever or like just completely obliterated from a whole bunch of platforms such as PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, Airbnb, Uber, like, not even people that are violent or crazy, like just people that are in any way politically right-leaning and people that made any kind of impact. So it wasn't going to be like, there were some people that were smaller that got banned, but it was usually people that were bigger, including Donald Trump. And the excuse was always from the left, like, oh, they're just banning Russian bots, and if you don't want to get banned, don't be a Russian bot. Well, the president of the United States is obviously not a Russian bot. So that was just, Dr. Jordan Peterson, just countless of other people that were either banned, deplatformed, investigated by the feds, sent to jail for various political crimes, which, of course, if you are following up and reading like mainstream news, you're not going to think that way because you're being fed a different stream of information. I never wanted to be sucked into that. I never wanted to like be like super right wing because I just saw the consequences. I don't want to be I don't want to be a fighter. I don't want to be a martyr for a political cause. That's why I left DC and got into real estate, because I want to make money. I don't care about the United States. I don't care about any country. And I think if you do, you're an idiot. If you're willing to sacrifice your life for a government, you're an idiot. And I know that I'm dunking on people that fought in the military, and to be honest, I just want to say I love you guys. I respect it, and I respect people that are sent to the military. I respect what it does for your character, and I think you guys are owed. I owe you my life. I owe people like you my life. I just wouldn't do it myself. So but I respect you. So anyway, this post is just thanks to Elon Musk, because while I wasn't hanging my hat on the US being like mostly like a whole bunch of right-wing people, you know what I mean? I don't care, I just want to make money. I wasn't hanging my hat on like Twitter bringing back Donald Trump. I don't care. I'm not here to stan Donald Trump or stan my friends that were banned or whatever. I just get nervous because it's like, wow, does it really take so much? Does it really take so much to for people to want to obliterate your life? Kanye West. Okay, he said a bunch of weird shit about Jews. I'm Jewish. I obviously don't believe that Jews are having sex orgies and stealing the media and Jews are just more successful in a lot of ways because that's what they care about. If you care about success, I promise you will get there. And I know I sound really arrogant and obnoxious when I say that. Of course, there is a familial thing and there's just a lot that goes into it. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna try to destroy Kanye West's life and try to boycott him from everything and lose his bread, try to destroy his living and actively go after him just because he said a bunch of things that you don't like, you're a tyrant. So I would never do that. I'm gonna say what I think, but I'm not gonna be a tyrant and try to ruin someone's life over it. And that's what people have been doing for so many years. And it's just like you literally can't say anything without, because there's like this echo chamber that goes in mostly like the center left in the United States, like the political center left, where like if you say anything that is scary sounding in any way to people, they're gonna lose their shit and they're gonna like try to destroy your life over it. And it's like, I don't want your life to be ruined. I don't want anyone's life to be ruined. That's one of the tenets of freedom, like freedom of speech. Like, you know, that's I mean, that's what I always understood to be an American thing. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion. I think religions are crazy, dude. But you know what? I think it's beautiful that people can be openly religious and not have to worry for their lives, their livelihoods, you know. That's an American thing. That's what made our country strong. That's why we are in such a strong position, and that's why our country is a superpower. Don't forget that. Freedom is what made our country a superpower. And like like for a while there's been this like political faction, and yeah, it is political. A lot of people don't see it as political because in their mind they're like, oh, this is the right way, because everybody in the media and in the news and in the academic institutions and in like these open public positions has been repeating the same things like an echo chamber. So it's not political, it just must be reality. It must be reality that men can get pregnant. It even says so in my phone here. There's an emoji that shows a pregnant man. Like, it's just the new way of thinking. But people like forget that this is one way of thinking. Another way of thinking is that men don't get pregnant. Like, you know, it's just another way of thinking. You can think what you think, and you can be what you are. You can be what you want to be. It doesn't have to be a religious war. Like, it doesn't have to be a fight. You can think what you think without destroying somebody else's life or destroying somebody else's livelihood or trying to censor other people. And I'm sure there was, you know, like, I'm not, you know, I wasn't there when the right was hugely forceful in the US. You know, I'm sure like people that are older could say, well, I remember when the political right in the US was just like so crazy, and they were like just banning everybody and making, you know, banning the gays and banning the this and the that. I'm not old enough to remember that. So, and also my family's immigrants, so they weren't there for that either. So there's no memory in my history of the right being crazy. I just remember the left being crazy and mean and bullying people. And like, so that's just, you know, it's just, I know it's a pendulum thing, and I know that I'm only seeing one piece of it, like a tiny piece probably. But for me, like, my emotions are wanting for people to like, wanting the right to have a little more power, because I'm just a little biased because of like my experiences in DC. Yeah, I'm happy that Elon is bringing back like people's accounts, and I'm happy that a whole bunch of people on Twitter that are like kind of lefty are gonna freak out and they want to kill themselves over it because a bunch of other people have their freedoms, you know, because they just can't stand it, because it scares them, because they think this means like, you know, there's a Nazi. But you know what? Like, there could be an uprising on the right, but I don't know. I don't want to be there for it because the right's pretty powerful. I think the right can be really powerful if they wanted to. I think it's just the right now, today, tends to be more pro-freedom. So that's why there hasn't been any like crazy revolution or whatever. So I don't know. I'm just totally rambling. But today is a good day, and it's going to be a good week. It's going to be an interesting week. Already Elon Musk fired Vijaya Gadde. She's like the czar of censorship on Twitter. She was the VP of, or the chief of moderations, where she would like basically, and I remember watching her on Timcast, and she was just so insufferable. She was very self-unaware, very like, you know, kind of dishonest about things. She was talking about censoring people and they were asking her, why are you censoring, she banned Donald Trump and she banned like all these people that were right-wing, and they were like, why are you banning these people? And she's like, well, they're hateful and they're political and they're this and that. Okay, that's an opinion, that's a valid opinion. But then they were like, well, what about all these people that were like a different political view? What about those people? What about like, I don't know, these like, I don't know, kind of very militant lefty accounts or this and that? And she was like, well, they're not really political. And like, I don't know, she was just kind of like being dishonest, because in her mind, what she believes is not political. What she believes is just reality. So, I mean, it's not just her, it's everybody. What I believe is reality. What you believe, everything, we humans, and if you're not gonna like recognize this in yourself, then you're just unaware, you're self-unaware. We humans think that everything that we believe is reality. It's not political, it's not religious, it's just reality. I mean, I say this all the time. I say like, I'm pretty sure when I see a dude that he probably can't get pregnant. Like, to me, that's reality. That's not political. It's like, I think what I say is reality. It's not political, it's just reality. But a lot of people, everybody thinks that about themselves. They think what they see is reality, and it's not political. God is real. That's not political. That's not religious. That's just real. So she was saying that too. She was like, well, these people that I'm banning, they're political. They're grifters. They're this and that. But like the people that I like, so they were bringing other people to her attention that were like calling for, the deaths of like this and that, or like, I don't know. And like just people that were more her political views. And she was like, well, they're not being political. They're just saying the truth. And it's like, how could you be so tone deaf? So anyway, she's gone. Sorry. I'm not sorry for her. She earned like $25 million salary last year. How could you even get paid that much? That doesn't even make sense to me. But anyways, I hope she uses her savings to live beautifully in a beach in Bali for like stupid cheap. And I don't know, she can still donate like 90% of her funds to Africa and still be rich in Bali. So good luck. Have fun.